Hello class, today this time I'm going to tell you about the variable. In last video I have tell you about the character set, identifier and keyword also. Today I'm going to tell you variable. What is this variable? Variable is a temporary memory location. What is this? Temporary memory location. Okay, let me tell you again one thing. Everything that I'm telling in this video or in our previous video or upcoming video, you have to write in your copy. Okay, come to the point. Variable is a temporary memory location. You can write the point. Variable is a temporary memory location that is used to store value temporarily. Okay, what is this variable? Let me tell you. As I have said, variable is temporary memory location. It is like this. Suppose this is my RAM. You know this RAM, random access memory. Okay, this is a primary memory and it is also considered as temporary memory. Okay, if I want to store some value in my program, then there is need of variable. Okay, if there is need of variable, so we have to first take a space in this RAM. Suppose I'm taking a space in this RAM. This is small space. Okay, this space is considered as a variable because this is a temporary memory location, and according to the definition of variable is a temporary memory location. That's why this location is considered as a variable. Okay, this is a variable. But how can we access this temporary memory location? That's why there is need of an identifier of this location. So I'm taking a name. As you know, identifier is a name. I'm taking a name. Suppose A. The name of this space is A. It means A is an identifier for this location, this space. A is a space, that and space is a variable. That's why we can say A is a variable. Okay, but actually this A is an identifier of variable. Okay, this A is an identifier of a variable. This A belongs with this space. That's why sometimes A is considered as a variable. A is a variable. Okay, if we want to store a value at this place, then we can write like this: A is equal to 5. It means I'm storing this 5 at the place of A, at the location of A. Okay, it means this 5 will store in this A variable. Okay, like this. This 5 is stored here. Okay, so this 5 is considered as the value of variable. It means this 5 is considered as value or data of variable. Okay, clear? Let me tell you one thing more. If I want to use this 5, then there's need to call this space by this name. I mean to say, I have to use this 5, then I have to say A. What is the value of A? Value of A is 5. But computer will not understand what the value is, what the value of A is there. So when we design this space, computer will automatically generate a name. Suppose F123. This is computer generated identifier, and this computer generated identifier is considered as the address of the variable. It means this is address or reference of variable. Okay, now you can see in the variable there are many things. Variable is a temporary memory location. This location is identified by a name, that is identifier of the variable, and at this location we can store our value. This is the value of the variable, and this location is you can say used. This location is used, or this location is accessed by the computer by this address, that is called address or reference of the variable. Okay, all this point is a variable, belongs with the variable. Okay, there are many types of variable. We can say there are two types of variable. One is local and the another is global. Okay, the local variable and global variable. What is this local variable and global variable? We will see in the our programming concept. Okay, in programming concept I will tell you about this local and global variable. Okay, the next term in this concept, in this chapter, is constant. Okay, constant. As you know, in mathematics, constant, in mathematics, what is a constant? It means constant is such a value that will never change. Same thing in the computer programming also. Constant means such a value that will never change in the whole programming. Just one thing we have to mind: in the whole programming, the value that will never change, that is considered as a constant. Okay, there are many types of constant. Number one, integer constant. It means, as you know, constant means the value that never change in the whole program. The first point, integer constant, it means it is a constant. It means same theory will be applied here also. Constant, it means the value that will never change, because there is integer. It means the integer number. If we use an integer number or integer value in the programming, in the program, and that will never change in the whole program, that is considered as integer constant. For example, you can use any number. It may be positive or negative also. Suppose I'm taking 1, it may be a constant. I'm taking 2, it may be a constant. I'm taking -5, it may be a constant. I'm taking 0, it is also integer number, that's why it may be used as a constant. I'm taking 5, 5, 5, it may be a integer constant. It means any integer number if you are using in the program and that will never change, that is considered as integer constant. The second term, the floating point constant. Okay, the floating point constant, it means it is a decimal number that will never change in the whole programming, that is floating point constant. It means, like, if we can use, suppose the very famous, that is 3.14, it is a value of pi. Here you can see 3.14, this is a decimal number, and if we use this value in the program, and this will never change, as we know this will never change, this will never change in the whole program, then this is considered as floating point constant. You can use any number. It may be also positive or negative, like I'm using 1.141, I'm using minus 2.75, etc. anything. Okay, the third point, that is character constant. Okay, character constant. Character constant, same thing. If we use a character in the programming, and that character will never change in the whole program, then that will character constant. But what is a character? We have to understand this point. What is a character? A character, find this point, a character is a single symbol. It means a single symbol within single quotes. Like if I'm using A, this is not a character, but I'm using single quote, this is a character. If I'm using 1, this is not a character, this is a number. But if I'm using this will be a character. If I'm using plus, this is not a character, this is an operator. Okay, but if I'm using plus within single quote, this will be a character. Okay, it means any character if I'm using but single symbol in single quotes, then that will be a character. And if I'm using the character and that never change in the program, that will be character constant. Okay, the fourth point, string constant. What is this string constant? Same thing, the string value that never change within the whole program, that will be string constant. But we have to understand what is this string. String is the collection of symbols or the collection of characters within double quotes. For example, if I am using ABC, this is not string, but I am using ABC within double quotes, this is a string. Same thing, I am using 1, 2, 3, this is a number, this is not a string, but I am using 1, 2, 3 within double quotes, this will be string. If I am using A plus B, this is an expression, this is not a string. But if I am using A plus B within double quotes, that will be a string. So you can say the collection of symbols or the collection of characters within double quotes, that is string. And if you are using a string in the program and that never change in the whole program, that will be string constant. Okay, so there are, you can see 4 types of constants: integer constant, floating point constant, character constant, and string constant. Sometimes one more type is used in this constant segment, that is Boolean constant, but I'm not using this in this scenario. The Boolean constant does, just I'm telling you, the Boolean means the true value or false value. Okay, I'm writing this, the Boolean constant also. Boolean value means true value or false value. If I'm using this Boolean value and that Boolean value will never change in the program, that will be a Boolean constant. This is like false, F-A-L-S-E, false. The Boolean value false. If I'm using this false value in the program and this false value will remain false within the whole program, then this will be Boolean constant. If I'm using true, same concept will be used for the true. Okay, It means Boolean value means true value or false value, and this is used in the program, and this this will never change in the program. Then we can say this is a Boolean constant. Okay. Okay, this is the concept of constant. Okay, in the next video I will tell you about the data type and the variable declaration. Okay, thank you.